this is Jennifer with Connelly Fitness. Thank you so much for those who have subscribed and are following me. I really appreciate it. I am a personal trainer and a mother of 5, and I'm 50 years old living my best life ever. Today we're going to be doing shoulder workouts, so be ready. Today we're going to be doing a shoulder workout. You will need some dumbbells. You can buy them at Amazon, Walmart. I would suggest starting with only 5 pounds. Shoulders is the smallest muscle in the body, so they get fatigued faster. And then also we're going to be moving away from our body. If you do not own dumbbells, your arms still weigh something. I'm going to go ahead and get started. So go ahead, if you do have dumbbells, go ahead and pick up a very light pair of dumbbells. I'm going to be starting with 10s. All right, so we're going to do lateral raises. That's my favorite shoulder exercise. We're going to do one arm at a time for 7, and then the other arm, and then together. We're going to go. And 3, 2, and go for just 7. 1, so you're only going to shoulder height. You don't want to go above shoulder height, and no swinging the dumbbells, slow and controlled. And believe me, you will feel it. All right, now we're just gonna switch arms, same thing. So again, you never want to go above the shoulder. You want to try to go to shoulder height. And make sure it's slow and controlled. All right, now we're going to be doing both arms at the same time for 7. And go. Same rules applies. We never swing dumbbells. We control them. They do not control us. If it's too heavy, put it down. Again, your arms still weigh something. All right, I'm going to give you a short rest to shake it out. Next, we're going to be doing front raises. You're just going to go again to shoulder height, no swinging the dumbbells for 12 reps. All right, go ahead and pick your dumbbells up. Roll your shoulders back and let's go. Doing great. They say a man's strength is measured by his shoulders because we use our shoulders for everything. Doing good. That was 7, 8, 9, 3 more. You got this. And 2 more. Last one, and set them down. All right, now is the time to ask yourself, how did that feel? The last 2 reps should feel heavy, and if you're losing form, just drop set. All right, we're gonna get on with our second set, going back to those lateral raises for 7, 7, and 7. All right, again, one arm at a time to start. Doing great. Another reason why shoulders is important is really to get the arms everybody wants, and to get that definition, you have to have shoulders, little boulders. All right, we're gonna switch sides, same thing. Doing great. So if you wanna get that line between your biceps, triceps, and shoulders, this is how you do it. It would look really funny if you had tiny shoulders and biceps and triceps. Last one. All right, now the hard part, we're gonna do both together at the same time. Doing great. Again, if you need to drop set, just pause and drop set. Breathing through it. One more. All right, go ahead and set them down for a second. Shake it out. Your arm should be on fire because we are working the whole arm. Our just main focus is the shoulders. Now we're gonna go back to those front raises for a set of 12. You got this. Again, trying to not go above the shoulders, no swinging the dumbbells. That's 5, 6 more. You got this. Last 5. Keep going. 2 more. Last one. And set it down real quick. If you need to, grab some water. It's really important to stay hydrated before, during, and after a workout. And if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic, you really want to make sure that you're staying hydrated and that you have electrolytes. All right, last set. You got this. Going back to lateral raises. Doing good. Two more. Last one. All right, we're gonna switch sides, same thing. At any time, if it's too much, just hit pause, come right back, drop set, whatever you do to have to finish. And one more. All right, now we're gonna do both together. Doing good. Keep going. 2 more. I don't know about you, but my arms are fatiguing. All right, set it down for a second. One more set of front raises and then we'll be done with this block of work. My muscles are fatigued, so I'm gonna drop set to 2 8-pound dumbbells. I'm purposely fatiguing my muscles, so really that's what you want to be doing for your muscles to grow. And go ahead, front raises for 12. Doing good. Almost there. And 2 more. And last one. Woo! It's the reason why I do that block first. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and start our second block of work. This block, you can go up a little bit in weight, but very little. All right. Our first exercise is gonna be upright row, legs about hip width apart, and it's like taking off your shirt, holding dead weight. And so go ahead, you're gonna go up and down. You can inhale and exhale. We're gonna do this for a set of 12. Doing good. Two more. Last one. All right, good job. Now we're going to do incline press. So you're gonna put your arms here in line with the shoulders, straight up and down for 12. Breathing. All right, my arms are fatiguing, so I'm gonna drop set to 2 12s. 3 more, you got this. Last one. Woo! Set it down. Small rest. We're going to repeat that 2 more times, going right back to that upright row. Go ahead and pick up your dumbbells, and as always, ask how that first set felt. If you can go heavier or if you need to go lighter. Here we go. Doing good. Keep going. Just 2 more. And last one. Woo! Set it down for a second. Stretch out those shoulders. And now we're gonna go to the incline press for 12. So go ahead and pick them up. Arms in line with the shoulder and go. Doing good. Woo! 2 more. Last one. Woo! All right. Doing great. We have one last time. I'm going to drop set again. My shoulders are fatigued. Again, this is a time to ask yourself. It's getting harder for me to lift my arms, so that's why I'm drop setting. So just ask yourself, how did that feel? The last 2 should always feel heavy. If they're not, that means you need to increase your weight. All right, we're gonna go right back to it with upright row. Last set. Doing great. Keep going. Just 2 more. Last one. All right, now we're gonna go back to that incline press and go. Doing great. Three more. 2 more. Last one. Woo! Made it. Great job. All right, shake it out real quick and do a small stretch. We have one last block of shoulder work to do. So I'm going to show you your next block of work. You're going to do 2 heavier dumbbells. I'm going to be using 2 20-pound dumbbells. We're going to be doing shoulder shrugs. So you're going to hold them like dead weight. Hold it for a second and drop it. Then we're going to work our forearms. So we're going to be doing reverse curl. So bicep curls this way, reverse curls this way, trying to keep your arms pinned in to the sides. Go ahead and grab some water and we're going to get started. All right, go ahead and pick up 2 heavy dumbbells for shoulder shrugs. Doing good. Doing good. 2 more. Last one. Good job. And set those down. You're going to want to go to a lighter, medium weight for that reverse curl. So my first set, I'm going to try 2 15 pounds. All right, go ahead and get ready. And here we go. Doing great. And 6 more. Last 5. Last 4. Last 2. Last 1. Set it down. Great job. All right, we're going to repeat that 2 more times. Again, this is a great time to ask yourself, how did that feel? I'm going to stick with my 220s for my shoulder shrugs. I'm going to go down to 212s for my reverse curls because my arms and shoulders are fatigued. All right, go ahead and pick up your dumbbells. And here we go. Doing good. Make sure you're breathing. Last one, and set them down. All right, we're gonna go back to that reverse curl. I'm gonna drop set to 212s. 15s felt a little heavy. So go ahead and pick up your dumbbells. Keep your arms pinned into your side. Here we go. So most people do not work their forearms. It's really important to have strong forearms. So we use them for almost everything, especially with weight training. Halfway, doing great. 3 more. Last 2, and last 1. Set it down. All right, great job. 1 more time, you're doing amazing. So again, ask yourself, how did that feel? I'm gonna stick with my 220s, and I think I'm gonna go down to 210s this time for our final set. All right, shoulder shrugs. I don't know. Keep going. Something you can do around the house. You don't have to have weight, just weight really increases the exercise to work those shoulders. And 2 more. Last one. All right, set it down. You are done with those. We're gonna do 1 more of the reversed curl. All right, here we go. 3, 2, and lift. Doing good. So you should be drop setting. I'm showing you this because I am human. You want to start heavy. You're purposely fatiguing the muscles and muscle tissue to get them in shock and get them to grow. Your last set should feel extremely heavy. Hopefully you're drop setting. That means you're doing it right. All right, great job. I am so proud of you. So we're gonna do a little bit of core now, and then we'll stretch out the shoulders. So I'm gonna do plank. I think today I'm gonna go ahead and do a high plank for 30 seconds. So go ahead and come down to the floor. Now we're going to do some core. We're gonna go ahead and start with a plank. You can do low plank. I like to put my hands in prayer position on my forearms, or if you wanna challenge yourself a little bit, you can do high plank. Today I'm gonna show you high plank for 30 seconds. So go ahead and get into it and go. Squeeze in those glutes, feet about hip width apart, and just hold. Plank is one of the #1 core exercises. It really can shred the core, helps with posture. And doing great. Just stay at it. 3, 2, and go. Great job. All right, now we're going to do scissors for 30 seconds. I will show you modification and hard. All right, so you're gonna come on your back.
like this. Modification is to your knees. Challenge yourself, fully extending, and go. I am fully extending. Again, if this is too much, just modify. There's no shame in modification. At the beginning of my journey, I might have modified a lot. You're still working. You're still gonna feel it. And then, like the compound effect, you will slowly keep building up. Whichever one you're doing, you really want to be twisting, working those obliques. All right, great job. Now just use your knees and roll up. And we're going to go back to that plank. This time I'm going to show you forearm plank. 30 seconds. So I'm gonna put my hands in prayer position this time, like this, and you're gonna wanna squeeze the glutes together to really engage the core, and go. Doing good. Just hold it. If you only make it 15 seconds, that's okay. Just keep challenging yourself, and next time, try for 20 seconds. And then next time, try for 25 up to 30 seconds. Just do your best. That's all I can ever ask. All right, great job. So now we're gonna go back to those scissors. This time, I'm gonna do the modification just so those who are modifying know what it is. If you are advanced, please don't cheat yourself, do full. All right, go ahead and go back to the floor. 3, 2, and go. So again, you really, my muscle connection, think about twisting, really twisting. I never put pressure on my head, relaxing your neck. You got this. 10 more seconds. Make sure you're never holding your breath, but you're breathing through it. 3, 2, and rest. All right, we're gonna do one last time. So you know what, today to have some fun, I'm just gonna keep switching it up a little bit. So we are going to do side plank. Again, I'm gonna let you choose. So you can do high plank, low plank, or you can follow me with side plank. It's great to change it up. It tricks the brain and you'll get faster results. All right, so I'm going to my forearms like this. And we're gonna go in 3, 2, and go. And just follow along. So we're going like this. Slower is better than faster. You do not want to speed through this. Just take your time, and again, if you need to, just go in regular plank. I don't care if you're only doing it for 15 seconds, 10 seconds, and then next time, just try and add a few more seconds. Just do your best. Don't cheat yourself. Doing great. All right. Great job. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go back to bicycles. Last time, it's up to you. You know the modification and you know the advanced. I'm gonna go back to the advanced. 30 seconds. Go ahead and lay down and go. Again, really think about twisting. I'm never putting pressure on my head, relaxing my neck, my muscle connection. I'm really thinking about twisting. Doing great. 10 more seconds. Stay in it. You got this. This is your time. Don't have any regrets. Give it your all. And done. Woo! I am so proud of you. All right, we're gonna spend a few minutes stretching out those shoulders. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start stretching the shoulders for a few minutes. Do not stop right now. Make sure you spend these few minutes stretching. Stretching is extremely important. I see people, when the workout's done, they stop. No, stay for the stretching. All right, so I don't care what your range of motion, if you're up here, just do your best. You're gonna go ahead and reach in front of you as far as you can, stretching out that upper body. And hold. All right, now you're gonna reach to the side as far as you can, getting a stretch with that shoulder. All right, now go ahead and reach to the other side as far as you can. All right, now we're gonna really get a little bit deeper stretch in those shoulders. So you're gonna take one arm, you're gonna loop it under, and your head's gonna follow. And we're gonna stay here for 30 seconds. So, usually you're the sorest 2 days after today. So if you wake up and your shoulders are sore, you can come back here, forward to this video stretching. Make sure you're stretching out those shoulders or they will get sore and tight. 10 more seconds. Doing great. All right, now we're just going to do the same thing, switching sides. So other arm loops under, head follows, and we're gonna hold it for 30 seconds. All right, go ahead and sit up and take one arm, cross it. Make sure your shoulder is not up here. You want to relax it out of your ear. Doing great. We're just going to hold it for a few seconds. Still stretching out those shoulders. And now you're just going to switch sides. Again, shoulder stays away from ear. We're going to hold it here for a few seconds. Doing great. All right, now we're going to stretch out those biceps and triceps. You're going to take one arm up, push your elbow down, your forearm in line with your spine, chest out, chin down. All right, now you're going to go ahead and just switch sides. Same thing. And now we're just going to stretch out the chest, roll your shoulders back, chin up, chest out. That is it. I hope you enjoyed this workout. Again, shoulders is extremely important, and a man's strength is measured by his shoulders. You can come back to this video anytime. You know, once a week is a great time to do your shoulders if you can, or even once every few weeks. So stay strong, keep hit and play, keep coming back. And if you liked this video, please subscribe and share. And I appreciate all of you and your support. Thank you.